Cause you never know what tomorrow brings in this crazy life. Hey, this life, this life, this life.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Barba223. We back with another video again. So yeah, today we're gonna be doing a talk on the patch notes and specifically the armor changes that are coming to ESO. These are maybe game changing, maybe not. I know things are gonna be different. So yeah. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. You guys seem to like when I give my opinions, and again, if you don't agree with any of my opinions, comment down below and we can debate, because I'm always down to do so. Before we get started, I just want to emphasize how important it is that you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I am so blessed and appreciative of you guys watching my videos and telling me what you enjoy about my videos and even what I can do better, because I always like to hear feedback and I like to hear how to improve the quality for you guys. So by letting me know what you want to hear or want to see, it allows me to adjust and make better content. So I really appreciate all the love you're giving me, so thank you. And let's not delay anymore. Let's just get into it. So we're going to be talking about armor changes. So the thing about armor changes in ESO, I'll say this before we even get into anything here. So, as you know now, you have to wear 5 pieces of any armor type to get the last 2 passive bonuses in that tree. So, if you wear light armor and you wear 5 light, you're going to get that crit and penetration bonus, but you have to wear all 5 at least, right? Medium gets weapon damage and honestly, I can't remember the other bonus right now off the top of my head, but I know you get weapon damage for wearing 5. Heavy armor, I believe you get healing received, and you get heavy attack restoration, I believe, for wearing the 5-piece. If I'm wrong, sorry, I'm just saying it off the top of my head, right? So yeah, you have to wear 5 pieces to get that bonus. So that's changing. Next update, you can wear 3, 3, and 1, or 2, 4, 1, or whatever. You can wear any combination of the amount of pieces you want to wear. You just get a flat amount for each piece you wear. I think that's going to make the game a lot different, and you can make builds more customizable, which I really like. Yeah, so let's just explain what's going on here and what I think these bonuses mean. So equipped armor pieces now passively change your character's effectiveness and your space line, in addition to purchasable passives. So you can find the effects below. So we're going to start with light armor. I think this is the most important one of them all, personally. First of all, you get your reduced damage taken from magical attacks. That's going to be any magic build, so magic, flame, frost, shock damage, blah blah blah, right? Any element that hits you is you're going to take less damage. 1% per piece. So if you run a 5 light, you get 5%. That's cool, right? Nothing crazy. I think that's a little bit just insignificant. It's, it's nothing. So yeah. But here's the thing that I really like. The second one right here. This is the one that I think is going to be insane. Reduces roll dodge cost by 3% per piece. Now, the reason I say this is going to be insane is because as magic builds, I explained this in one of my other videos, is that we struggle against stamina because we can't roll dodge like they can. So that's going to make the biggest difference for us. Let's say I run 5 light and I run 3 pieces well fitted. I'll run the 5 pieces, I'll get 15% from this. And then if I run well fitted on 3 of the pieces, I'll get another approximately, we'll say 12%. So you can get up to upwards of 20 to 30% roll cost reduction. So that's going to be huge. And if you run Shackle Breaker or you run anything that gives stam too, like a tri-stat trainee, you're going to be able to roll a lot on a stam build. And if you're a Dark Elf on top of that, you're going to be looking good. I really like that. I think that's going to be really nice. I think it's going to change a lot of builds. I think it's going to encourage people to run light armor because although you have lower resistance, you can roll dodge a bit more. I think that's going to be nice. I'm already testing it on some of my builds. If you want to see the videos, let me know. But yeah. So the next one increases your movement speed while sneaking by 5% per piece. Honestly, this is pointless. I don't even know if this counts when you're in stealth as a Nightblade. Because sneaking and invisible are two different things. So honestly, I'm not sure. I think sneaking is just when you're crouched. So that literally might be the most pointless thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, like, why are they even? Like, let's be honest, that doesn't even make sense to add. Like, at least say invisible. But even if you put 5% per piece while invisible, then you're just giving Nightblades a buff, which is fine. But like this is just a pointless thing to me. Like, put something else here. Like, I just don't understand. Like, say increase movement speed while sprinting, or by 1% per piece. That would even be better, right? Why not do that? Why do while sneaking? That's pointless. Who walks around in stealth? No one. This should be 1% movement speed while sprinting per piece, but they won't. So the next one is reduces the cost of break free by 5%. That's another thing I was saying, kind of like roll dodging. Like, you're gonna have crazier stamina sustain on a magic build, which is really beautiful. So that's like that's what I was saying. As I think magic builds like may be able to be a little bit more sustainable in comparison to stam. So I really like that change. I think this makes a lot of sense too, because if you think about it logically, you should have less roll dodge costs and you should have less break free costs because you're wearing lighter armor. You're more nimble. So I like that. And then the last one, reduce cost of bash by 3%. That's literally pointless. Like, I don't see the point in that. I don't really see a point in that. It's whatever. So light armor penalties, because those exist. I would say, so this increases your damage taken from physical damage, right? So physical, poison, disease, and bleed by 1% per piece. So if you run 5 light, you're taking 5% extra damage from melee. I don't like this change. That sucks. Just because as a magic build, you typically have lower physical resistance as it is. So it's going to be tough. I mean, it makes sense. I get it. I like change because it's cool, but it's going to suck for magic builds. We're going to have to, because most people are physical now, so we're going to have to figure that out. There's going to have to be a way to combat that. Maybe you wear a certain set that lowers your damage taken. Maybe Buffer of the Swift. That might be a really nice one. Something we're going to have to test. Maybe on a Necromancer, you wear Buffer the Swift and Spirit Guardian. You're getting 20% at all times, so damage taken. So, I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Increased plus to block. That's kind of a big one. If you run one-handed shield or run a frost staff, that's gonna suck. I am sorry about that, it makes sense, right? I get it. Decrease your damage done with bash. That's a bit whatever. Nothing crazy. But increases the cost of block is a tough one, and yeah, it makes sense though. Medium armor bonuses. Reduces cost of sprint. Oh yeah, something to note with medium armor is they don't have any penalties. It's kind of the in-between, the middle ground. I think that's going to make a lot of people run medium armor, so I kind of like that because I want medium armor to come back. I am tired of heavy armor being the meta, but I'll get into that. So reduces the cost of sprint by 1% per piece. This is really nice. This is what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm sorry. I wanted movement speed and light armor while sprinting. This one reduces the cost of sprinting. I don't mind that either. You know, that's fine. The second one here, again, I'm telling you, this one is so pointless. Reduces the cost of sneak by 5% per piece. Like, you throw in these passives that are just so stupid. Like, there's some sets that have reduced the area of getting seen and invisible by 40%. Like, what is that? Like, no one's using that, and it ruins a PvP set. This right here is literally pointless. You don't even have to buy this passive. It's so stupid, right? So even just ignore this. I don't understand why they do this. They need to put something else here. But again, there's not a complaining video. I just wanted to tell you that. Reduce the cost of block by 3%. That's going to be really nice on people that run one-handed shield in their back bar, which is most people. So that's going to be nice if you run a 5 medium. 15% block reduction. It's nice. Increase your damage taken from area effects by 2% after you roll dodge for 2 seconds. This is going to be insignificant. If it was 2% per piece, it would be a lot different. But considering that it's only 2%, that's going to do minimal extra damage. So So I don't really like that change. I kind of think they should change it to maybe even a flat 5% or even like 6%, but it's not. So it is what it is. Yeah. So increase your movement speed by 2% while immune to crowd control. 2% again is nothing really. That's not gonna do much for you. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but I don't really see it being that big of a deal. I mean, you're getting a 5-second window of 2%. 2% is essentially like me walking and then speed walking. So I don't know. But it's cool. It's better than nothing, right? So I'll take it. I mean, the medium armor bonuses aren't overpowered, but they're also not terrible. A couple of them are useless, I'd say. Mostly just this one. That's stupid. So you can count that as 4 things rather than 5 because this doesn't do anything. So overall, medium armor's solid. I mean, there's no downfall to it, which is the nice part, right? So, yeah. So we're on to heavy armor. So this is the one that you really want to look at because if they change it correctly, people might not run heavy as much and be able to do damage. But let's take a look. So the bonuses. Reduces your damage taken from physical attacks by 1% per piece. That's pretty. Essentially, heavy armor is going to be the opposite of light. And based on what I read, I don't think it's going to change anything in the game, but we'll see. So reduce your damage taken from martial attacks by 1% per piece. So if you run, so hypothetically, if you ran, let's say, like 3 heavy and 4 light, per se, right? You would essentially cancel out both bonuses. It'd just be 1% swayed in the light armor direction, right? If you were 4 heavy and 3 light, pretty much canceled out. It'd be 1% favored in heavy armor direction. So you can kind of just cancel out things if you wear 3 and 4 or 4 and 3. So that's going to be interesting. They don't have the 5-piece bonuses anymore, which is really cool, I think. I like that because heavy armor was dominant in that field. So maybe people were going to switch it up a bit. I don't know. But yeah, you increase the amount of damage you block by 1%, which people are going to want. Increasing your damage done with bash is actually more important than you think it is. Because remember back in the day, people used animation cancel with bash. I remember it specifically on a Stam DK. People would use one-handed shield, and they would run heavy. They would heavy attack into a spammable, into a bang. They hit you with a bash, and that thing used to hit hard. That was annoying. So that be on the lookout for that. I don't like that. It sucks, but it is a good change. I like it for heavy armor. It makes sense, but it's going to be good in game if people use it correctly. So I like that. Reduces your damage taken while immune to crowd control by 2% per piece. Now this right here is huge. So if you run 5 heavy, right? Reducing damage taken while immune to crowd control. So what this means is if I hit you with a fossilize, you will be immune to crowd control for 5 seconds. And think about in PvP how often you get stunned, right? All the time. You're going to be getting stunned constantly. So you're pretty much always going to be immune to a CC until you're not, and then you're going to be CC'd again, and then you'll be immune again, right? So there's going to be almost no downtime with you being immune. So kind of what I'm thinking is if you ran 5 heavy or even 4 heavy, you can get 8 to 10% damage mitigation pretty much all the time when it matters. If you're in a fight, you're going to be getting CC'd, so you're going to have this. So you can almost get major protection kind of all the time, right? I mean, you can even run 3 heavy and still get the 6%. That's minor protection, more than minor protection. Like if you use this on a warden, because Warden gets minor protection with their armor bonus, you can wear 3 heavy, get 6% plus 5%. You're getting more than major protection. that's kind of insane. Same thing with a necromancer. You get 10% flat from your spirit mender. You have this. You wear 3 pieces. You're getting 16% all the time, pretty much. So that's something to think about. I like that. I might even use that myself on a necromancer. But again, there's going to be a downside. So let's see. So heavy armor increases your damage taken for magical. Honestly, I don't think this matters all that much, only because magic builds don't hit as hard as stam. It's just, it is what it is. Stamina builds hit harder. Maybe this will help magic builds more because more people will run heavy. It's just what is going to happen. So maybe magic builds will get a little buff because most people, let's say they run 4 or 5 heavy. That's 4 or 5 4 or 5% damage right there. You're getting minor berserk as a magic build pretty much all the time. So I mean, maybe that's going to work. I mean, it's going to help. I think it helps. I kind of wish it would. It has to be that, right? There's no other really option. It kind of makes sense. But we'll see. Yeah, it's going to help magic builds, so that's nice. Reduces movement speed, bonus of sprint by 1% per piece. I really like this change. I like that because you see builds now that can roll with a bow and be gone and heavy. You see people that use race against time and be gone. Now it's only 1% per piece, but if you run 5 pieces of heavy, let's say 4 or 5, you get 4 or 5%. So that's 4 or 5% off of your major expedition buff, 4 or 5% off of your wild hunt ring, 4 or 5% off of whatever speed you have. So I like that. I don't mind that. I think that's cool. I kind of wish it was movement speed flat and not just when it was sprint. I think that would make more sense. But I do like the change. I think it's fair and it's going to help a little bit. So yeah, this one that's even more important is increasing roll dodge cost. Now, this is going to look so unattractive to a lot of people. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. So, because if you run 5 heavy, you're getting 15% extra roll dodge cost. Now, that doesn't sound like that much, but it is. That's a lot of roll dodge extra cost. Now, if you're in a magic build, like this is where I say roll dodging is going to be good on light armor builds. But if you run heavy armor as your other 2 pieces, you're going to cancel that out a little bit. So I'm even thinking you might want to run all light, or just 1 heavy, or 5-1-1. I don't know what does medium armor give. Does it give anything that'll help? I mean, reduce like. I mean, this isn't like. So if you ran 5-2 with this with medium armor, you could run. It's kind of crazy actually. You could actually run 5 light and 2 medium, and get the bonus you would want here, right? Because you'd get extra reduced cost of sprint. That helps magic. Reduced cost of block. That helps magic here. Reduces damage taken from AoE. I mean, come on, that's good. You could literally wear 2 medium and 5 light, and that would be cool. I mean, then you wouldn't have to deal with this. Think about it. I'm gonna think about that. I mean, it might be too squishy, but if you use healing ward and damage shield, you might be alright. So yeah, this is gonna be big. The roll dodge cost is gonna be big. We'll see what happens with it. I'm not positive it's gonna make the biggest difference, but we'll see. So increases the size of your detection area while sneaking. Again, this is just like, it's stupid. There's no point. It doesn't do anything for PvP much. I mean, people, if you walk around in stealth, you're not really trying to fight, so who cares? So, I don't know. Honestly, based on what I just read, I don't know about you guys, but I think nothing's going to change. I think heavy armor's still the meta. It doesn't really give enough of a downfall, especially because the damage extra you do take is from magic, and magic doesn't hit as hard anyways. So we'll see. I do like the movement speed and roll dodge change. I think that's going to make people change up. But the main thing, instead of heavy armor getting worse, I think light armor got better. And that's kind of what I like too. So like, people wanted to bring heavy armor down, but why don't we just bring light armor up and medium armor up? You know what I mean? To match heavy armor. And I think that's little bit what happened. Medium armor got kind of a flunk here. I don't see this as good, but it isn't bad. So, you know, light armor got. I really like the light armor changes. The only thing that sucks is the martial attacks, which we'll see. Might be able to live with it if you can figure out how to deal with it, because there's sets you can run, there's stuff you can run. So we'll see. But I like the roll dodge change. I like the magical resistance change. I like the break free change. So I think all of those will be really nice. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be testing. I'm gonna run light armor now. Even though it's not changed yet, I want to try practicing with light armor to get better at it. Because obviously heavy armor has turned everyone's mind into brain dead, and they kind of just run heavy because it's the best thing, which is fine because that's what it is. That's what the game is. But I'm hoping this update brings a little bit more variety to people's builds, because there's no variety. At least you could run 3-3-1. You can run 3 and 4. I really like that. I think that's a great change. I think this is a long time coming, to be honest with you. I never liked the 5-piece thing. It kind of made my build it felt so generic. Now you can tweak. If you think one little piece is better, it's going to make a bigger difference, then you can actually mess with that. I love that. So yeah, I really enjoy that. So, you know, I think it's going to be solid. We'll see, though. I think it's going to make a big difference for light armor specifically. Yeah, so they explained it here. They just said the above changes were done to increase the effect that armor plays, which is true. That's true. By augmenting your core combat mechanics such as break free, roll, dodge, and sprint. Additionally, the rock paper scissor effect the armor was meant to follow should have more sharp effects. Where light armor is stronger versus heavy, but weaker versus medium. Heavy is stronger versus medium. I like that. I think that's smart. Yeah, they're saying light armor should be able to combat heavy, while heavy should be able to combat medium, and medium can combat light. If that makes sense to you, I get it. So I like that. And this is kind of explaining right here, right? So they said trying to avoid the buffing the same exact playstyles that already exist. So that's smart. I don't know how much that's going to do, but for example, light armor has much more freedom. With most of its stam cost, but is less effective at taking damage. So it's not as tanky, but it can avoid damage, right? With roll dodging. Heavy armor is now slower, but can take damage, right? And medium armor is slippery, but they don't have as many bonuses because they don't have any drawbacks. So they tried to balance it. I like it, so I appreciate that. So the passives are a little different. Now it's going to give pen for light armor for peace rather than the bonus for the 5-piece. I can read them off real quick if you want. So Prodigy is going to be spell crit per piece rather than the 5-piece bonus. Spell ward is going to be resistance per piece. It's going to get buffed by almost doubled. So that's nice. You're getting a double bonus on spell warding. Cool. Medium armor is granting weapon damage per piece worn rather than the insane bonus of 15% when wearing 5 pieces. I like that change. It's going to make medium armor not as disgustingly good. In terms of damage, dexterity is weapon crit. It's a nerf. So heavy armor, it's essentially the same passives, but they're just giving bonuses per piece. So I think I like it. You can be more balanced. You can touch a lot of different things at once on your builds. So yeah, I don't want to make this video forever long, so I'm gonna end it here. But I just wanted to go through the armor changes and give my opinions on it. Yeah. So before you guys go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I really have been happy with what's going on my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have suggestions, feedback, criticism, positivity, anything you want, man, leave it in the comments below. I'm down to talk. I'm always down to hear feedback. And if you have ideas for videos you want to see, such as build videos for certain classes, highlights from me PvPing, me talking about certain things in the game, such as armor changes, class changes, race changes, anything, tier lists, anything you want to see of certain weapons, tier lists of sets, talking about sets, I'll do it. So I'm planning on doing it anyways, but I'd rather do what you guys want to do first. So yeah, thanks guys, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate you watching, and have a great day. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.